Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take another look at what I think are the top 5 things that need to be fixed in BF Hardline. I made a video about this topic during the beta, but to be honest, most of the things I mentioned in that video are still a problem and they're starting to get a bit frustrating. I don't really like making videos like this because no one likes negativity, but I feel like if we don't speak up and tell Visceral what we want changed, nothing will ever happen. We all know there's still annoying and frustrating issues with BF4, and that game is over a year old, so hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to Hardline. Now, before we go on, I should point out that in general Hardline is a good game, and it's nowhere near as bad as BF4 was when it first came out. If none of these problems ever got fixed, I'd still play the game and I'd still probably enjoy it. I just don't think it'd go down as one of my favourite games of all time. Also, I am open to the fact that some of you guys might not agree with some of these points, so if you do disagree, let me know why in the comment section below. If you do agree with anything I say in this video though, make sure you share it around because the more support we can put behind these changes, the more likely the devs will take note and actually fix them. But anyway, the first point I want to bring up is on reloading and the fact that so many things cancel your reload now compared to in BF4. Obviously, it goes without saying that switching to your sidearm would cancel your reload, but things like vaulting or throwing a med bag, for example, never used to cancel it out in previous games. That being said, I will admit that the med bag has been cancelling reloads in BF4 lately, so maybe this is something they've added in on purpose. Either way, probably the worst problem is that occasionally you go through the reload animation and it doesn't reload your gun at all, so hopefully they sort this issue out sooner rather than later. Now, the next issue on this list is one-hit kill explosives, but most importantly, the laser trip mines and the M67 frag grenades. I spoke about this in my previous video on this topic, but as far as I can tell, both of these gadgets are still pretty much the same as they were in the beta. I've got no problem with either of these gadgets being a one-hit kill, but I think it's clear that the radius of the M67 needs to be reduced and that players should only spawn with one mine. An FPS game should be focused on the actual gunplay, and all explosives like this do is unbalance the game because they really don't require a lot of skill or precision to use. So coming in next is the issue of colour correction, which is a problem I've spoken about before in reference to BF3 and BF4. Some of the maps in Hardline have a very distinct green tinge to them, just like BF3 had a blue tinge and BF4 had a range of different tinges. Now, admittedly, this could just be a problem with the PS4 version, but even so, you'd think that such a basic problem would be a priority, considering it's been a problem in the last few games. The devs spend so much time working on the graphics, so it just seems to be a shame to let all of their hard work be cheapened by bad colour correction. Okay, so we're getting into probably the most frustrating problems now, and I don't think I'm alone when I say that 64-slot TDM is broken. I really don't know why they went for 64 players in this game mode. I mean, I feel like 64 players on Conquest is bad enough sometimes, but add in random spawns and you pretty much have to camp to survive. I don't know what the obsession is with making everything 64 players in these games, because the lower slot game modes usually end up being a lot more fun. Honestly, I can't see myself playing TDM in this form, so hopefully at some point in the near future, they'll realise they've made a mistake and add a TDM small game mode instead. And finally, the last point I want to make is on weapon balance, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys would agree is less than perfect. There's pretty much at least one weapon in every category that's statistically better than everything else, and some weapons are even borderline OP. Clearly, we can't expect weapon balance to be 100% from the first week, but I really think we need to put the pressure on for this to get sorted out soon. It's already getting to the point where people are starting to figure out what the best guns are, and it's hard to get excited about a big weapon list when pretty much everyone is only using 3 or 4 guns. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this video, so let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see more of my videos, or if you'd like to support my channel on Patreon, and until next time, see you later, and have a good one.